We have one more resident who also wants to testify of what Action SA has done on the ground for the people of Hanover Park, the people of the Cape Flats, and the people of Cape Town. Mr. Graham Steenkamp, kindly make your way to the stage. Please help me welcome Mr. Graham Steenkamp.
Mense, gaan het goed by julle? Ek bel op pel van my nou die ander dag in my kassa in. Ek bel op van 'n nommer wat hy nie ken nie. Ek sê, hoe gaan dit met broer? Hy sê, nee, het gaan nou right Grantham. Ek sê, ja, hoe kan nie? Hy sê, ek kan hoor, want hy is die enigste een wat ek ken, wat so plaserig klink. By elk geval, mense, baie dankie dat julle is. I thank the leadership of Action SA here today, and I think I should also, I'll leave that for last. Absolutely last. My naam is Grantham Steenkamp, ek kom van die Noord-Kaap af, ek is amper 20 jaar in Kaapstad, maar ek travel tussen hier in die Noord-Kaap, so ek ken wat gaan aan in ons land in. Ek gaan baie Johannesburg toe ook, so ek weet wat gaan aan ons land in. The ANC has been ruling this country for 30 years. For more than 30 years. Our president said for 32 years. And we can still see the suffering of our people. Mense wat die jobs het nie. Crime is rampant and all of that. What we're seeing here also in the north, in the Western Cape, the ADA has been in government for 15 years. Onze mense moet nog steeds koes loop soos hulle behale gal. That it's still alive. I totally agree with you, it's still alive. Then you have Jordan Hill, Trump, I call him Trump, because hy wil soos Trump wees. Hy wil 'n muur bou en dan gaan julle self vir daai muur betaal. Julle as ratepayers gaan self vir daai muur betaal. What we also expected, the onslaught that we're going to get from the DA is ander mense wat hier kom en wil oorvat. They forgot. They conveniently forgot and forget that Helen Zeller comes from Joburg. She became mayor of Cape Town. Not just mayor of Cape Town, she became premier of the Western Cape. So dit is nie net 'n meta van inwoners inkom nie, want die inwoner wat gaan inkom en wil hier kom vat, is vir die verbetering van ons mense. Dit wat mense weet wat hulle sê weet wat die struggles van ons mense. And that is what we need. We need a unifier. We need people that is going to really take our people forward. It's going to really make our place safer. Just to give you an example. In 'n plek soos Tafelsig, die law enforcement, one law enforcement vir 4,000 mense. Gaan jy kans by toe, law enforcement vir 400 mense. Look at the difference. That is voor goede wat moet reggestel word. Those are the things that needs to be addressed when Action SA is part of the local government in this province. That is an issue that needs to be done. Familie, vriende, dis 'n voorreg dat er gevra word. And when I say this leadership, I'm speaking on behalf of everybody here today. Everybody here today. And it's especially addressed to our PC, our provincial chairperson, Ms. Dereleen James. Some know her as Honorable Dereleen James. And others Rupa Dramalin, others Rupa Kalat Auntie, and others Branham. But she represents what our people needs in this way. And that goes directly to you, Dramalin, if I can call it. Today, it fills us with enormous pride as a community, as a grouping here today. And pride and hope. And we are honored to be part of this process. You come from El Dorado Park, a community whose history carries pain, struggles, and resilience. In many ways, the story of El Dorado Park replicates or mirrors what is happening on the Cape Flats. What makes today so special is that you never set out to become a politician. I don't think so. 10 years ago, you wouldn't say, no, ek gaan hier kom beklei vir die mense van die Weskaap. Those of us who know you as a woman of substance, a servant of our people. We know your character. We know your values. We know your heart. We know, and we have seen how you treat people and how deeply you care about the well-being of our people. We have seen your willingness to serve without expecting anything in return. That is why so many people have confidence in you. So many people that are here today, what they displaying here today is the confidence. They say, Dereleen, you take the ropes. We are here to uphold your hand and to make sure that you serve our people as best as you can. Capetown is a city of extraordinary beauty and potential. Yet too many of our people still have faced the hardship and uncertainty. Our chairperson has alluded to that fact as well. Many communities continue to wait for opportunities that never seem to arrive. Many young people struggle to see a future for themselves. Many families carry burdens that become heavier and heavier each passing year. 32 years after the democratic breakthrough of 1994, South Africa continues to live with the consequence and the painful history. Political freedom opened the door to a new future, but much remains to be done if that freedom is to have the real meaning in the daily lives of ordinary people. The task before us is not complicated if we are sincere in our efforts. We must bring together the skills, experience, knowledge, commitment that already exist within our country and direct them towards rebuilding our communities. And that is what our country needs. We cannot accept a situation where talented people remain unemployed while communities struggle. I believe that you understand this responsibility. You understand that leadership is about people. It is about listening. It is about being present. It is about making decisions that improve the lives and restore confidence that tomorrow can be a better than today. Restorative justice, Dereleen. Restorative justice is non-negotiable. And that is what you stand. As you begin this journey, please know that you will not walk alone. We are here. Ons is hierso. Die gemeenskap is hier. Die gemeenskap gaan jou hande opdra. We feel your warmth. We feel your care, compassion, kindness, and soon Capetownians will enjoy the same hospitality from you as their mayor. That is what I believe in. Today we present you people of Capetown with confidence and pride. We do so knowing that you carry with the hopes of many people who simply want the city to work, a city that cares, a city that gives every person a free opportunity to build a decent life for themselves. Thank you for accepting that responsibility. May your leadership bring healing where there is hurt, opportunity where there is hardship, and hope, more importantly, hope where people have begun to lose faith. We stand beside you, Dereleen, and wish you every success on your journey ahead. Amandla! Amandla! Viva Dereleen J! Viva!
Viva!
Viva Dereleen J! Viva!
Viva!
Viva Abel Mashaba! Viva! Viva Moka Bomerava! Viva Dereleen J! Viva!
Viva!
Ek hoor julle nie so lekker nie. Viva Dereleen J! Viva!
Viva!
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that was powerful. Thank you very much, Mr. Grantham Steenkamp. For a moment there, I thought he was going to announce our mayoral candidate. But Dereleen, it seems the Western Cape is lucky to have a girl from El Dorado Park to come and represent them and their needs. The next item that we are going to have, ladies and gentlemen, the star-studded lineup today. We have one of the most extraordinary local talent that you have. He has been on The Voice South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and the only Robin Peters.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrows, and to where the brave dare not go, and to the unrightable wrong, and to land pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, and to reach the unreachable star. This is your quest to follow that star. Ooh, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for your rights without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for the heavenly cause. And I know if our Lord lead me true to this glorious day, then my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest, and the world will be better for this. And one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strong with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable star. me. Share my life, take me forward. I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. Just all that you are and everything that you another part clear. I don't really need to look very much right. I want to know where you don't follow. I'm holding back again. It's passion and I can run for myself. There's nowhere hurt. Don't make me close. One more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. You sing, say it. If you dare, on my side, imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. Well, don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Say it my own. If you're there on my side, imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Say it my own. If you know on my side, imagine you there. Don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. If she don't have all of you, now you.
Another warm round of applause for Mr. Robin Peters. That was excellent. Hanover Park, are we still here? Lekker so, I like it like that. Next up on the stage, I want to welcome a South African self-made entrepreneur. the man who started our political party at a very difficult time during COVID in August 2020. I want to welcome the man who has given us the vision and the mandate to fix South Africa, the man who was Johannesburg's first mayor, who changed the landscape of Johannesburg in 2016 and 2019. We want to welcome to the stage our president, Mr. Herman Mashaba. Please stand to your feet and help me welcome this man. Incredible.
Capetown, thank you. Baya danki. Fellow South Africans, fellow Capetonians, good morning. Today, fellow South Africans, we are gathered here in Hanover Park to reimagine the city of Cape Town can be. And I'm incredibly proud of the candidate who will lead us on this important fight. Dereleen James is not a politician who speaks in slogans. She always has the receipt to back up what she says. She understands the reality that faces ordinary people because she lives this reality every day alongside the communities she serves. I first met Dereleen when I was the mayor of the city of Johannesburg. We were combating the scourge of drugs in a community, opening a clinic and a drug rehab center, and she approached me to speak to me about the challenges facing her community. Even then, I saw something special in her, a deep commitment and determination to fix what was broken. Little did I know that 10 years later, this journey would lead us here today, to the heart of Hanover Park in the Cape Flats. Cape Town, Dereleen James is your champion. By side with you. She's an activist at heart, always in communities at all hours of the day and at night, regardless of the dangers. She confronts drug dealers who poison our neighborhoods. She helps rescue vulnerable children who have nowhere else to turn. You've seen the work she has been doing since being here and across the country, day in and day out in our communities. And in Parliament, South Africans have seen exactly what this woman is capable of. She has held corrupt and cruel politicians and police officers accountable without any fear or favor. She asks difficult questions. She refuses to be intimidated, and she never stops fighting for justice, one of the core values of our political party, social justice. But this campaign is bigger than one person. Cape Town has had the same party in power for more than 20 years, yet the fundamentals remain broken. Too many communities still live in fear of gangs and crime. Too many families can no longer afford to live in the city they grew up in. Too many residents receive second-class services, while others enjoy the full benefits of a functioning city. These are not impossible problems to solve, fellow South Africans. They are the results of political choices. And different choices can deliver different outcomes. That is why Cape Town needs Dereleen James. Dereleen will lead a fight against gangsterism and crime like you've never seen before. She will fight to make Cape Town affordable again. She will challenge the neglect experienced by many communities. But She cannot do it alone. It will take all of us. It will take people from every community, every background, and every corner of the city standing together behind a shared vision. It will take hard work and long hours. It will require sacrifice. And it starts with the first hurdle before us, making sure that we are all registered to vote. And I hope you are. Not many of you will know this, but Action SA won our first vote in the Northwest Province by just 2 votes to beat the ANC. So never let anyone tell you that your vote doesn't count. There are hundreds of people out here from all over Cape Town. Your vote could mean the difference between Dereleen James and a mayor of more of a failed status quo. So, as we launch this mayoral campaign and begin the journey to reimagine Cape Town, let us be unapologetic in our support for something better. Let us reject the idea that this city must remain divided between those who have and those who have not. Together, we must be unapologetic in the work to make Dereleen James the next mayor of the city of Cape Town. Together, we will finally have a city that fights for all her people. The future of Cape Town, fellow residents, is in your hands. Your vote is your choice. Your vote is your power. Join us, stand with us, and vote for Action SA. Vote for Dereleen James. Let us reimagine Cape Town together, a city that we owe it to our children and future generations. This city has failed you, the people of Hanover and the Cape Flats, Gugulethu, Khayelitsha, Langa. Completely failed you. Every time I read in the media that Cape Town is working. And I keep asking myself, working for who? I was here yesterday in Cape Town, in Hanover, a few blocks away from here, visiting a family that this past Monday lost their son, 20-year-old. As I left the house, going to the car, I don't know how many ladies came, 10, 12, 14, every single one of them relating how they lost their sons. Now you tell me Cape Town is working. When I left, coming in here, going out, I see rubble all over the place. With the mayor today who's in Johannesburg, who's broken this city, now to come and tell us she's coming to fix Johannesburg and leaving you behind. Leaving you behind. Living under threat. Dereleen, you have a huge responsibility to bring back dignity for our people, for all our people. We need to run a government that is going to ensure that we are all South Africans. We understand our history. Our history did not start in 1994. We have a very painful history. Your challenges are not going to be fixed by bringing the army into your communities. Your problems are of a social nature, so we need social intervention. Someone who understands your history, someone who understands your pain, someone who understands your grief. But it starts with you, with your vote. It starts with you making choices. We don't live under the apartheid system when you and I did not have the right to decide who our leaders should be. Today, we are not going to subject our children and leave the future of our children to chance. So I'm asking you on the 4th of November, please, let's bring in a new era in Cape Town. Let all of us let's all take personal individual responsibilities. When you live here, I want you, when you meet someone in your community, in your neighborhood, your family, become an activist, because politics and your vote is the one that is going to ensure the future of your children. We are ready as Action SA to serve you with total commitment and dedication. We're a party that believes, as I said, in social justice, and no one is going to take that away from us. They've tried every trick in the book to stop us from having this event today. Not going to compromise to anyone about this. No one is going to stop us from making sure that we can have a fair South Africa for future generations. So people of the Cape Flats, people of the Western Cape, people of Capetown, let's usher in a new era on the 4th of November. Thank you very much.
Well done, President. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. The people of Cape Town, on the 4th of November, we have a date. Is everyone in here registered? When you go to family gatherings, when you go to concerts, please ask each other, are you registered to vote? That is the only way we can put in our mayoral candidate who's going to fix your issues, who's going to make sure that that 110 million that is going to build a wall will in fact come here to ensure that you have safer streets from Philippi, Delft, Mitchell's Plain, and everywhere else in the Western Cape. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Our party is made up of not politicians, but conviction politicians. People who want to fix this country, people who feel within their bones that this country has gone to the dogs, but it is their responsibility to kick down doors and make sure that it is solved. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Another round of applause. We're going to move over to the next item, who's also going to be performing for you. If I told you we have a star-studded lineup. Please, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome another local favorite. And this time it's a female. We've seen enough men come on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Salome.
I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Hide away, they say, no one will love you as you are. Oh, let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for all of us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words are gonna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. I'm marching on to the beat of drums. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, the song really speaks to Dereleen. Oh, 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 oh. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let that shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades, reaching for the top. We are warriors. Yes, that's who we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. Yes, when the sharpest words are gonna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown those mother down. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant me down. Lisa, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown those mother down. I'm brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat of drums. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, you like that dance, Silver? Oh, 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 this is me. Good afternoon, everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, there's a very special item that is happening right now. You guys apparently need to take it in. This lady is a poet, and she's doing something very special to Dereleen James, Honorable Dereleen James. Her name is Maggie. Hi. Maggie, you can come and do your thing, girl. Give her a round of applause, everybody. She's...
She has walked through the fire, through the struggle and pain, yet still carries hope where others carry chains. In a country where violence keeps flooding the streets, where too many mothers bury their children too weak to defeat, from the darkness, the drugs, the corruption and the lies, she rose with a vision to rebuild broken lives. From elders to parliament, her voice unfurled, still fighting for the forgotten boys and girls, not shaped by comfort, nor lifted by fame, but forged in the fire and strengthened by pain. She rose through the struggle and refused to fall, standing for justice and speaking for all, a voice for the unheard, unwavering and bold, a story of resilience that deserves to be told. Because she knows what it means when addiction takes hold, when a mother stands helpless watching a child lose his soul. She knows the sleepless nights, the tears and the prayers, the feeling of fighting a battle that nobody shares. And maybe that is why her purpose stands strong, because pain taught her where this country went wrong. She brings accountability back to this land, where corruption no longer escapes unseen hands, where leaders serve people instead of themselves, and the truth matters more than the wealth on their shelves. She stands for the mothers still crying in grief, for fathers exhausted from struggling to eat, for families destroyed by gangsterism and drugs, and for communities begging for justice and for love. Because abuse should never become something accepted, violence should never become something expected, fraud should never become part of the norm, and criminals should never leave our communities torn. She is not running for power or personal gain, but running to heal what corruption has stained, to protect the lives still here with us now, and to honor the loved ones this country has failed somehow. Not normalizing drugs in the community streets, nor the children accepting defeat, or the corruption and greed while innocent people can barely breathe. She takes action when action is needed, not delayed, not denied, and definitely not defeated. Because leadership means showing up when people call and standing beside them through the rise and through the fall. Because through it all, this is more than just politics, more than the elections. This is restoring a nation robbed of its protection. For every mother praying, for every family afraid, for every community drowning while the leaders looked away, she stands, she rises, she fights to bring the change. Because she is not just speaking of action today, she is the action needed to lead the way.
Another round of applause for Maggie. Hi. Thank you, Maggie. Hou gou vast. Wie speel die musiek? I first want to say something. I'm going to do a special song. It's a song that was written by Alicia Keys. The name of the song is We Are Here. You know, it's an honor for me to stand here and introduce another honor for me as a colored woman to stand here, to introduce another powerful woman. I stick me. Man, I'm going to feel like an honorable. It is anyway, it really is an honor for me to introduce you guys, your future mayor of Cape Town, Miss Dereleen James. Now you can go ahead with the song. We are here. Baghdad, trying to find something we never had. Let's start with the good dad. So real, but it's so sad. While we burn his incense, we're gonna pray for the innocent. Cause right now don't make sense. Right now don't make sense. Let's talk about China. Let's talk about Gaza. Let's talk about Israel. Cause right now it is real. Let's talk Nigeria in a mass hysteria. Our souls are brought together so could we love each other. Sister, guys, have your patience with Miss Honorable Dereleen today. She is very, very emotional. Yeah. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. We are here. No guns made in Harlem, but yet crime is a problem. They wanna shine, they wanna rob them. Single mother, where they come from. How we gonna save our nation with no so-welfare education? Cause right now don't make sense. Right now don't make sense. Let's talk about our part. My heart touch your heart. Let's talk about living. I had enough of dying. It's not what we all about. Let's do more giving, do more forgiving. Our souls are brought together so that we can love each other. Sister, we are here. We are here. We are here for all of us. Oh yeah. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, give you a round of applause to Honorable Dereleen James, our future mayor. Thank you so much. Be patient with her, guys. Thank you.
No, we must stand here. Huh? Okay, let's say ek moet stil staan en ek is nie iemand van stil staan nie. I'm someone who likes to move around. Good morning, Cape Town. Good morning, Cape Flats. Wow, what a beautiful day. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice. We will overcome. Yo, I am so excited. I don't cry often,
Maar vandag huil ek because I realize the goodness of God and His grace and His mercy. From where He has brought me, and I know from where He has brought you. I say maklik nie, it hasn't been easy, this journey. I want to firstly say thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. It's not easy for us as mums and families on the Cape Flats to just show up. With the many challenges we face, ons moet 10 keer dink before we set out, before we step out of our homes. We've got to think, waar vanaf is daar bullets wat rondvlieg? We've got to think, is daar klippe in die straat? We've got to think, wat hou die dag voor vir ons? I want to start this morning, and I want to start my speech by firstly acknowledging my parents, my late dad, Basie Southern, and my mother. Ay, Here, wat gaan ons doen sonder maans? I want to acknowledge my mother. You know, the Bible teaches me that you need to acknowledge and you need to honor your parents. And it is something that we need to bring back to basics. Eer jou moeder en eer jou vader, en dit is waar ons moet beginne. And this morning I want to start by honoring my mother for the woman that she is, the woman that didn't give up, the woman that stood the ground, that raised 4 children. Moet maar baie min op die tafel. En vandag hier staan ek as a product of my mother, Joyce Southern. Mommy, I know you are watching, 86 years old. Sy staan op elke oggend en sy bid vir my. I am because of my mom. Secondly, I want to acknowledge someone here today. You're someone who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, when I didn't think that, you know what, I have what it takes. I have what it takes to get into parliament. Ek het nie al die klomp degrees en goede agter my naam nie, because I was raised by a single mother, a mother who didn't have money to send me to university. But what I got was determination and resilience. And I thank this man that is seated before me. Thank you so much, Mr. Herman Mashaba, for choosing me. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a voice. Thank you so much for allowing me to live my passion and my purpose, my God-given passion and purpose in Parliament. Thank you so much for not being a party who dictates to us hoe ons moet wees. Thank you for not telling me to cool it. Thank you for allowing me to express as a woman and to share and project my frustration that I feel. Thank you for allowing me om nou en dan bietjie te skel daar in Parliament, because they don't know, they haven't felt what we have been feeling in our homes and in our communities. They've been seated in those comfortable seats for too long, and not anytime soon am I going to adhere to decorum and being parliamentary. Because sien jy, decorum has left this country long time ago. Dit gaan woes on the Cape Flats. And I stand here today to tell you, Capetown, Hanover Park, Delft, Philippi, you deserve better. I have come here. You deserve better and you deserve more. And I think I've come here this morning nie om nog baie politics te praat nie, but to remind you who you are. You see this woman standing here before you today? I hail from a community, El Dorado Park. The very thing that I thought would destroy me, daai ding wat ek opgestaan het elke oggend en gedink, die ding gaan my klaarmaak. Where I couldn't go to work anymore. Where I couldn't attend family functions anymore because they would say to me, wat soek jou hier, jou kind is op drugs. Where I couldn't attend meetings and the community would point fingers as weer jou kind. Where I didn't feel like waking up, I didn't feel like eating, wat nie weer lus gehad het om rooi lipstick aan te sit nie, because the problems and the challenges were just too many. But I had a mother wat gesê het, staan op. And one night, feeling rather hopeless and desperate, I decided, you know what, I've just had enough. Julle sê mos julle ken nie wie is die vrou nie, vandag sê ek vir julle wie is die vrou. And I said, you know what, I've had enough of running from rehab to rehab. Die mense het gesê, sit hom in nog 'n skool in, dit gaan help. And I took him to a different school, and the very transport driver was giving him drugs to sell at the school. En die skool het hom ge-expel. En die mense het gesê, sluit hom toe. Dit gaan help. En wat 'n ma kan 'n kind toesluit? We weren't made that way. But I did it anyway, because die mense het so gesê. And if I don't do what die mense sê, they might not support me. And at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock the morning, as ek die police bel en as ek, dan sê hulle is weer die adres. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, dan maak ek maar die deur oop, sodat my dogter en my ma kan slaap, en ek gee maar die R5, en ek sê, okay, gaan maar, okay. And I cry myself to sleep. Because wat 'n ma maak die deur oop 2 o'clock in the morning for a 13-year-old to leave. Julle sê mos julle ken nie die vrou, die is die vrou. Ek was die ma. Wat 'n ma roep die polisie, because hulle het gesê, betaal die polisie R300, laat hulle hom net 'n goeie pak slag gee. Hy gaan regkom. Dan vat ek my laaste R300 and I paid the police. And I thought that was the end of my problems. And then they said, take him to a rehab, it would help. 7 rehabs later, comes back, weer relapse. And then I get called by my boss the Monday to ask, waarom was jy nie in die werk in last week? And I say to them, it's because I was out looking for my son, soos iemand wat babalaas het. When I would walk the streets of my community looking for my son. Eventually I wrote a letter, and I authored that letter to former President Jacob Zuma. Ek het nie eens gedink het gaan uitkom by hom nie. And I wrote that letter and I said, dear Dad, this is what us as mothers are experiencing in my community. We can no longer send our children to school because the schools have become like the lion's den. They are no longer safe because this is wat het aangaan. And this is why I see so many children on the Cape Flats loitering when they are meant to be connected to education. And I authored the pain of not only my situation, but many mothers in my community. Because back then there wasn't even a rehabilitation center that could assist any children below the age of 18. Because of wie het nou gedink kinders van die ouderdom van 7, 13 gaan drugs gebruik? Niemand nie. To cut a long story short, one morning when he was at a rehab, I authored a letter to the president on my phone. Ek het nie eens gedink het gaan na hom toe gaan nie. I just needed to express because jassie vir hoe lank moet ek sonder my kind bly. And the letter went viral and it went to a friend and a friend and a friend. And guess what? It eventually reached the president's office and kry ek 'n call van 'n Magma Raj daai tyd. And hy sê ons kom Eldo's toe and I didn't even know what that meant. And long story short, they came to Eldo's. And when the president came with all the ministers and all the mayors and all the premiers, dan kyk, joh, wat gaan nou aan? Die strate word skoon gemaak, die bome word gesny, en is 'n hele ding in die community in. And I didn't know what was happening. And the morning when they came into that church, I stepped in and I thought, wow, the president is here. But I didn't really understand what was happening. I didn't really understand how I was being set up to be standing on this platform this morning. And as they walked in, I didn't know what to call him. Ek het nie geweet moet ek sê, Mr. President, agbare minister, wat roep 'n mens die man? I was naive, I was just a desperate mother who has tried everything. En soos hulle ingeloop het, ek sal nooit vergeet, I said, good morning, you guys. I said, morning, guys. And I asked them to listen to me and to take off their hats as presidents. And I asked them to put their titles aside. Sit maar nou die title van minister and premier and allerlei wogge titles, put it one side, and I just need you to listen to me as a mother this morning. And as a dad, soos jy daar sit, luister as 'n pa. People are still teasing me today. Hulle sê, wie sê Zuma's dad nou? But never mind. And they listened to me. And months later, 3 months after that, it was guns blazing in my community. Daar was police oral. Die Pelaposse, those lolly lounges were being closed. Julle vra mos wie's die vrou? Lolly lounges were being closed. Eldorado Park got its first safe house. This country got its first rehabilitation center that opened its doors for minors. Wie is die vrou? Wie is die vrou? For the first time in the National Drug Master Plan 2013, the Minister Batebile Dlamini is daar geskryf. Through the interventions from the mothers of Eldorado Park, it would help us put together a pilot that will be rolled out to the entire country. And that pilot would include 21 departments responsible for addressing substance abuse, responsible for addressing the ills in our community. Department of Education, DSD, julle almal, is daar geskryf in 2013. And I continued my activism, and 3 maande later, toe's almal weg, toe's die horses weg, en die police is weg, en die lolly lounge is maar net weer oop, en die pella posse, and it's business as usual. And at that point, I put on my boots, I put on my helmet, and I took on the fight against substance abuse in my community. No drug dealer would sell drugs to my son, because weet jy wat? Jou maasie lekker nie, sy gaan hier kom uitkamp voor die deur. I went and I camped out at their doors. I said, you know what? Nie my kind nie. I went breaking down doors. Ek het nou sommer 10 maande saam met my geroep en sê, kom ons gaan daar, hulle verkoop daar. I did a lot of wrong, but I thought to myself, I've got absolutely nothing to lose. And it is through that journey, wat ek dink seker het Mr. Herman Mashaba nou gehoor, die vrou daar in Eldorado Park wat so te mekaar maak. And he probably had his eye on me, and he was watching and watching. And at one point we had a motorcade in our community, and I didn't know this mayor, and I wrote to him, and wat ek weer kyk, is die mayor in Eldorado Park in the mid. You remember that morning? You were part of the motorcade to create awareness. And why am I sharing this with you? Julle het ons gevra, wie is die vrou van Eldorado Park af? En ons het gemop en gemop en gemop, and we had interventions, and we started organizing the communities, but the more we were mopping, the more the drugs was flowing in. And to cut a long story short, 2 years ago, I was on a list for parliament, and ek was nummer 19 op by lys. And we thought we're going to get at least 20, 25 seats, maybe even more. En ons werk, en my vader kom elections. What percent did we get? 4%. What was our percentage of vote? 1.2. Hy Here, en ons kry net 6 seats. My vader wat nou is nummer 19. But you know what? When the Lord says, the plans I have for you, the plans I have for you. We got 6 seats in parliament, and guess who filled that 6th seat? This woman. I am not here by chance. I am not a politician. I'm a servant. I stand for the many mothers and the many families on the Cape Flats. This province hasn't been accidentally called and known as the mother city. This is a mother city. Besef julle, this is the mother city. Do you understand that it is going to take women? It is going to take women. Do you understand that way back it was women who took the lead and who marched to parliament? And every year we commemorate those women. I say in 2026 we need a new story, and the story needs to start on the Cape Flats. And that story needs to say that the women of the Cape Flats, I need the women to stand. I need the women to stand, and I need the women to take up your rightful place. Because I think the women, and no offense to the men, ek dink julle vrouens het vergeet wie julle is. And I'm here to remind you who you are. And we're going to take back these streets. We're going to take back, I'm going to call on you without fear and favor. Because for too long, you have left the government, you have left the politics, and I didn't want to go there, but I'm going to say it. You have given your power to people who have stripped you from your power. They have left you bare. Yeah. You have given, jaar after jaar, them votes come from Mitchell's Plain. The majority of their votes come from the so-called colored communities. Wat doen hulle vir julle? I still see stones, I still see blood, I still see bodies. So kan dit nie weer aangaan nie. You have been disconnected from economic opportunities. You have been marginalized. Julle is hierso gesit op 'n hoop where you can't even grow vegetable gardens. Because you have been set up for failure and it has been intentional. And today they come to you and hulle sê vir jou, to some of you having house shops wat maar 2 tea bags and 3 tea bags verkoop just to put something on the table, and they tell you, julle kan nie weer huiswinkels het nie. They tell you you cannot have a house shop because of the bylaws. So kan dit nie aangaan nie. Julle oë moet nou begin oopgaan. Dit kan nie so aangaan nie. I drive through this community and as vol is om elke hoek en draai. Waar is hulle? Waar is die well-run city? A well-run city vir wie en vir wat? It is not, we are not saying we shouldn't have clean audits. We are not saying that we shouldn't have sound governance. Mans eet nie sound governance nie. Enough already. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Where are your children? Where are our families who can no longer even afford? Ons kan nie eens weer, the middle class in the city cannot even afford to buy a house. Vir wie is die huise? Vir wie is die land? 60 years ago, you were removed from District 6. We still need to deal with that pain. Ons nog moet daai pyn deel. Did they make right by you? Hulle het julle daar gesit van District 6 af. How many generations later? No wonder you getting on each other's nerves and julle skiet mekaar. Almal op een plek gesit. Why aren't you being taken back to the city? Why aren't you taking up space? Vra vir julle hierdie moeilike vraag. I have a beautiful speech here. Where's Dagan? Amazing speech. But I want to speak to your hearts today. Het kan nie so aangaan nie. From today onwards, "31 years on a housing list. So, 40 jaar. We can never ever have a situation on the Cape Flats where people have to decide between electricity en 'n bord kos. So kan dit nie aangaan nie. I am saying to you, een unit. Waar's Robin? Robin praat altyd van die units. We cannot continue like this. I want to say to you, under Action SA, ek luister na die mense, ek moet luister na julle. Dis nie 'n ordinary launch nie. This is the launch of the people. This is where the people's voices take priority. I am an extension of your voice. But I want to say to you, Capetown, enough of the DA. I am saying to the residents, I am calling on the residents of the Cape Flats, I am saying to you, it is time we start building en ons is ophou om af te breek. Ons gaan opbou en ons gaan nie weer afbreek nie. I am saying I am calling our houses to order. Elke kind terug in die klaskamer onder Action SA. Under Action SA, we will ensure that every child on the Cape Flats, number one, because they are robbing you of an education. And education is the most powerful tool you can use to change any community. So al ons kinders moet in die klaskamer inkom. Under Action SA, the issues that speaks to how unaffordable an unaffordable city. So kan dit nie weer aangaan nie. Under Action SA, I want to say to you, when it comes to prioritizing, I hear you. I'm saying to you, under Action SA, we will prioritize, number one, on my list is safety. Because when we have unsafe communities, we cannot have investment in our communities. Ons kan nie laat die besigheid inkom nie vir so lank as wat die guns en die bullets vlieg nie. So we need to ensure our communities are safe. And we have got quite a few pillars under safety. We will be launching these pillars in the next couple of months. Safety is number one. City, we don't have to choose between electricity and food. Service delivery. Die paie is donker hier op die Cape Flats. So I'm saying to you, drug addiction and gangsterism thrives in community waar daar nie electricity is nie. So yes, service delivery is of key importance. I am saying to you, City of Cape Town, I need the residents who are seated here today. You didn't just come here to come and listen to us. I need you that as we walk out here, you start campaigning. You go out here as soldiers and you mobilize this entire city to unite as one, to take us forward. Come the 4th of March. Hulle gaan 'n ding sien. I'm here today to leave you inspired in case you thought you didn't have power. Some of the greatest change makers in this country, in this world, were the ordinary citizens that had no title. Julle het vergeet wie julle is. The power lies with you. Today I give you back your power to reclaim every street and every family on the Cape Flats. With that, I say thank you. I thank you.
Raise your hands up high. Tell yourself that you're a star, let it shine. Bringing them together is one. Flying high together is one. Raise your hands up high. Tell yourself that you're a star, let it shine. Bringing them together is one. Flying high together is one. Share the happiness, it's a feeling. Share the happiness, it's a feeling. Share the happiness, enjoy the feeling. I love the park, let's hear you. Say I'm a winner, victorious, I am a winner. share the happiness, enjoy the feeling. Say I'm a winner, victorious. I am a winner. Say I'm a winner, victorious. I am a winner. I'm a winner, victorious. I am a winner. I'm a winner, victorious. I am a winner. Say I'm a winner, victorious. I am a winner.
Thank you, Western Cape. You've been a brilliant crowd today. Please give it up one more time for Ms. Dereleen James. Thank you very much. As our program comes to an end, kindly note that there is lunch that is served outside. Thank you very much, and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.